Hey friends, welcome. It's Katarina here with my very first layout and the video for the Hip Kit Club. Today I'm using the August 2020 kits and my layout is going to be inspired by the September mood board, by the straws in one of the pictures. Okay, so I started with this happy photo of myself before a climbing adventure, but as you will see later, I will end up using a different photo, as it happens quite often to me that I change my mind during the process. I knew that I would use the the blue paper as my background, and then my goal was to mimic the straws, the striped straws that were on one of the pictures in the mood board. So what I did was that I cut a piece of this navy blue white striped paper and tried to roll it and make a paper roll out of it. I used my pen or pencil to help myself with that. And I was quite happy with the roll, but I didn't like the fact that the stripes were so far away from each other, so it didn't show as well. So I went for this chevron paper and cut a bigger piece this time, because I decided that the paper rolls would be under my photo, and I wanted them to be peeking from behind of the photo, so I wanted them to be longer. So then I went ahead and cut them to smaller pieces. And used my pencil for the first roll. And then I cut them in halves because it was like too much paper for one roll, and I used the double-sided tape to close the roll. Then off camera I also used a little bit of liquid glue, so the rolls hold together and don't fall apart. I did the same with the pinkish chevron paper, and off camera, as you can see, I created quite a lot of these rolls. It took me some time. And then I moved on to work with my background paper. Okay, I was just trying how this would look on the background paper. I really love the contrast of all the colors with the pretty blue. I don't know what the shade is called in English. I don't know the right word. Is it periwinkle blue, something like that? I really love the color. Okay, so here I decided to add some mixed media behind the rolls and the picture and the photo. So I prepped my paper with white gesso, and I smudged the edges a little bit so that there is no like harsh line around them, and let it dry. And once it was dry, I pulled out my color kit. So the August color kit includes beautiful alphabet stamps from Heidi Swap and these 3 inks from Prima Color Philosophy. So I started with the soft lilac one, and I found out that it was like really, really subtle, really soft. It almost couldn't be seen. So continued with the hydrangea petals. It's like a darker blue shade, but in the end it dried like almost a little bit purple. It was really interesting to watch the colors dry because they really changed the color a little. The shade was different, but really nice, and it matched the rest of the products used on the layout. So I really like the final outcome of this. Okay, then I used the packaging to apply the color on the background, and I sprayed some water onto it so to let it run on the page. Then I used the third color, the peony, to mix it with the soft lilac to make it a little bit darker so that it stands out a little more. And I played with the color. I had to add several layers of this ink because as it was drying, it was really losing the intensity. So I was not going for anything like too bold, but I wanted the mixed media to be like visible. So I took some time to work on this mixed media background. I used the packaging, I used my brush, I used quite some water. Then in the end I tried to add as little water as possible because when diluted the ink was really very, very soft, very subtle. Okay, looks like I'm done here with the background. Okay, so here I came with the white acrylic paint, but looks like I'm not quite done. Okay, so every time I thought that my background is already over and it's done, it's finished, I had to start over again because as it was drying, it was less and less visible. So I added some more of these pretty hydrangea petals ink. Actually, I totally love these inks, and they are also perfect for stamping. And as I said in my unboxing video too, I love the inks. I love how they are stackable and magnetic, and it's really nice to work with them. Okay, so maybe this time I'm done. Or maybe not. See, so it really takes a lot of time to sometimes it's pretty quick, but this time I really wanted the paper rolls and the photo to pop up, and these edges of this background will help me do that. So some more of the pinkish purple tones, and now it looks like it's dried already, and I'm going to add those white splatters. So what I did was that I added some water to white acrylic paint, and I took a small brush and tried to splatter. It always gives a very nice effect when you splatter over these colored backgrounds. I mean, also when the background paper is of a darker color, the white splatters stand out really well. They look so good. Look at this. I so love how it turned out. Okay, so off camera I adhered all the paper straws or rolls on a piece of tissue paper, so that the manipulation is easier with them, so I can move them around and not worry about all the rolls falling apart and moving. And I prepared a bunch of beautiful floral die cuts from the exclusive packs from the main and embellishment kits, and also from the chipboards. I'm using one of the exclusive tags also, and I'm just playing around here with how I want all the elements to go on the final layout. Okay, and this will be a part of my title. It's also one of the exclusive die cuts. Okay, I tried to make the flowers a little bit more dimensional, so I move the edges a little bit up. And now when I go where I know where everything will go, I'm trying to glue the flowers first. I'm also using this striped die cut to separate the paper rolls from the mixed media background, and now I'm gluing the flowers, because I know that they will be under the paper rolls. I pop up some of the die cut, some of the flowers for more dimension. And you may have noticed that I have changed the photo already, because at the end, when I chose all these beautiful florals, it seemed to me that a climbing photo of myself didn't go too well with all that was going on around. So I chose this photo of my son with a huge bouquet of flowers that he picked up together with his father for his grandma for her birthday. So I thought that this would go better with all the flowers. And I also like that with all the colors I used here, it's really very, very playful and happy. So it goes well with my son's photo. Okay, the flowers are adhered. I cut off some of the flowers' white borders. Maybe you have noticed. Now I'm adding a tissue paper behind my photo to just to separate it from all that's going on around. And yeah, backing it with the tag. So I know the final placement. I will go ahead and adhere the photo to my paper rolls. I want the paper rolls to really show from behind. And now I'm going to add this as a big chunk and adhere it to the flowers. Sorry for my head. Okay, I'm checking to make sure it's straight. Okay, I like how this looks. Now I'm adding my a part of my title. You will see that I will end the second part very soon. Okay, there it goes. Sorry for my head again. And now I wanted my title to say "Lovely You," so I used the hydrangea petals again, and this time for stamping. And I took the solid part of the stamps that were in this month's or in August color kit to stamp the word "you." You may know that this stamp consists of the outline and the solid part, so I just used the solid part. It was so difficult to get the stamp under that blue flower there, so I really had to play with it a little and adhere it back. Okay, so now my title is complete. I adhere the flower back. Adding a piece of what it's called, thread, not a thread, but baker's twine to my tag. Now I'm using my ruler to draw the lines with pencil for my journaling, and I decided that journaling with a white gel pen would look good on this darker background, and I really love how well it shows here. And yeah, the last thing I added to this background was that I felt that I need a little something up on the top of the layout, so I used the striped paper that went very well with the word "lovely" on my layout. I think that it really popped, and added it to the top, and there I adhered with the double-sided tape. And cut off the rest of the paper. Yeah, I really love how this looks there. I distressed the edges a little bit, the edge of the blue paper. And I also wanted to add a little cluster of embellishments up on the top. So I used one of the floral die cuts together with the pretty camera, and then I opened these decorative breads from Simple Stories. Added one of the breads as just as a sticker, as an enamel dot or epoxy sticker. I don't know how it's called. I added to the center of the camera, and then I added like 2 or 3 more around the layout as breads. So I made the hole into the paper, and it also gives some interest to the layout. It looks really interesting. You will see it well on the close-ups at the end of the video. Yeah, this is the last one. Okay, so then I just adhered the last 2 pieces of this cluster, and then off camera I added a bunch of the blue Nouveau crystal drops here and there. Yeah, okay, and then here's my final layout and a bunch of close-ups. I hope you enjoyed watching my very first process video. I'm going to write all the details about the products down in the descriptions box for you. I will be happy if you leave me a like or a comment, and of course I'd love for you to subscribe to see also the future videos. Thanks for watching and have a beautiful day. Bye!